It wasn't just a car. It was a throne on wheels. The Mercedes Benz 600, known to insiders as the W100, wasn't simply about transportation. It was about power, prestige, and absolute dominance. From emperors to dictators, rock stars to royalty, the 600 became a symbol of influence so strong that it was feared, admired, and sometimes even hated. But why? What made this machine so legendary? And why is it still talked about today, decades after it disappeared from production? In this video, we'll explore the world of the Mercedes Benz 600. The design, the mind-blowing engineering, the famous owners, and the secrets behind what many still consider the most over-engineered luxury car ever built. A statement of dominance, 1963 to 1981. The Mercedes Benz 600 was unveiled in 1963, during a period when West Germany was rising as an economic powerhouse. Mercedes wanted a flagship vehicle that would eclipse everything on the road. This was not just meant to compete with Rolls-Royce or Cadillac. It was meant to humble them. Built on the W100 chassis, the 600 came in two main versions: the short wheelbase sedan and the long wheelbase Pullman, which could stretch up to an astonishing 21 feet in length. There was even a landaulet version, with a retractable rear roof, ideal for parades and waving to the masses. But size was just the beginning. Under the hood, power for the powerful. Powering this beast was a 6.3-liter 5.8 engine, an engineering marvel at the time. It produced 250 horsepower and nearly 500 newton-meters of torque. Impressive figures for the 1960s, especially considering the car weighed over 2.5 tons. Top speed? Over 200 kilometers per hour. Not bad for a car the size of a small yacht. To manage this power smoothly, Mercedes equipped it with a 4-speed automatic transmission and a self-leveling air suspension system, ensuring the ride felt like gliding on a cloud, even at Autobahn speeds. But what truly separated the 600 from everything else wasn't just the engine. A hydraulic marvel. The most fascinating part of the Mercedes 600 was its central hydraulic system, operating at a mind-boggling 150 bar of pressure. This system powered everything: the windows, the seats, the sunroof, the trunk lid, even the doors. There were no electric motors. Everything ran on silent, pressurized hydraulics. The windows didn't just roll up, they glided silently, like theater curtains. The trunk didn't pop open. It whispered open, weightless and smooth. It was luxurious, but also terrifying to maintain. The complexity of the hydraulic system made the 600 a car only a few specialized mechanics could truly understand. And it was expensive to build, to fix, to fuel. Ownership. Who drove it and why? The list of Mercedes 600 owners reads like a blend of a Forbes list and a history textbook. Elvis Presley, John Lennon, Elizabeth Taylor, Coco Chanel, Hugh Hefner, and Jack Nicholson all had one. But so did Fidel Castro, Saddam Hussein, Mobutu Sese Seko, and Kim Jong-il. The 600 became the unofficial car of the world's most powerful and often most feared people. Even the Pope rode in a 600 landaulet for a time. No other Mercedes has had such a wide and sometimes sinister range of high-profile owners. It wasn't just a luxury car, it was a power move. Price and production. When new, the Mercedes Benz 600 was the most expensive production car in the world. Depending on configuration, it could cost over $30,000 in the 1960s, equivalent to more than $300,000 today. And that's without customizations. Mercedes kept production numbers low, building only 2,677 units between 1963 and 1981. Just 428 Pullman models were made, and even fewer landaulets. Each car was essentially hand-built to order. Was it a masterpiece or too much? There's no doubt the 600 was a masterpiece of German engineering. It was overbuilt, overcomplicated, and overwhelmingly impressive. It offered comfort and power that no rival could touch at the time, but its complexity meant it was expensive to maintain, and as electronics took over in the 1980s and beyond, the 600 became a mechanical relic of a different age. That said, the mystique around it has only grown. Today, collectors pay small fortunes for well-preserved examples. The Pullman and Landaulet versions are especially prized, often selling for over $1 million depending on condition and provenance. The Mercedes Benz 600 was never about blending in. It was built for those who didn't need to impress, only to remind you of who they were. With unmatched engineering, controversial ownership, and a presence that could silence a room, the W100 stands as one of the boldest statements ever made on four wheels. So, what do you think? Is the Mercedes 600 a timeless symbol of excellence or an absurd indulgence from a forgotten era? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating vehicles. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.